I'm Jake.
I'm Vanessa.
And here we are in our kitchen. It's a little bit cramped, but...
You're seeing practically the whole thing right now.
This is it. This is the whole
This is like 85% of it that you can see right now.
Yeah.
This is our first home and first time kind of owning property, and we're finding it's like an adjustment to how we think about spending and what we want to invest in. We can't just call the landlord to like come and fix things. Now we're the landlord and the person living here.
These are the original wood cabinets. They're, you know...
Like, I'm sure this kitchen was very cutting edge.
I'm sure it was extremely stylish in 1900
and seven. Maybe
1907 was a hot year. Maybe 1967.
Maybe one of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kitchen is, it's kind of a smaller space right now, and it's not very intelligently designed, and it doesn't really offer very much functionality. There's like some questionable design elements about it.
Is the word upsetting appropriate? It's a bit of an upsetting.
It's an upsetting place, yeah.
Is that it's maybe too dramatic.
I want to keep the window.
The window, we love the window.
Yeah.
So we start here. We have this very awkwardly placed sort of coffee station over here. Sort of prevents us from properly getting in and out of the space. Even though we do love the extra counter space, it's
sort of all the counter space we kind of have.
It's just kind of living here.
Like the entrance is kind of sandwiching. Like on one side you've got this coffee station that's kind of bulky but doesn't really have as much usability because of where it is, and then you have this sort of pretend faux wall divider, so it kind of sandwiches you in the entranceway, which makes a small space feel even smaller. The good thing about this fridge and appliances that come with the house is it doesn't close all of the way, so sometimes your items are cold, sometimes they're kind of room temperature. I feel like there have been many times where we've like bumped into each other when I'm trying to open the fridge or you are, and it's like I almost feel like the fridge is just, it like creates a kind of like a barrier to...
Yes, really, and when the door is open, there's just no space whatsoever to do anything. You can't easily
access the counter, so it becomes really hard if you're preparing food or cleaning up, that it's very just awkward and kind of crowded in there.
This microwave is really small, which is good because, you know, you don't want too much counter space when you're in your kitchen, so like, why wouldn't you have a really big microwave there?
What's too bad is that it kind of blocks like our one primary counter spot where we would want to use to kind of prepare food and clean stuff up. So right now it's really taking up a high priority space. So ideally we would have like a micro hood, something that could kind of free up counter space and just be a more intelligent use of appliances. This is where our yet unused side door is. We've actually never used this
I don't think we've ever opened it.
It's kind of, again, a waste of space. And we think that if we got rid of the door, we could have the countertops go all the way around the kitchen, make better use of the space, better use of a small space.
And have more storage.
And have way more storage. So we think the door needs to go.
Like the art appreciator in me can understand why this curious kind of like wrought iron, is it outside, is it inside?
Just sort of metal leaf motif here.
Besides like a pass through, like if I were to be like, hey Jake, here you go.
Right,
you know?
Sure.
Is it the most...
Is it the best use of space in a really small kitchen?
I'd say the crown jewel of the kitchen might be this kind of space-aged light fixture.
It's slanted, it's very sad looking. I bang my head on it every time I walk by it.
Because of how low it sits as a tall person. I just try not to look up ever in the kitchen.
It's very dark when we're doing dishes and we're using the sink. So we think just a smarter plate, maybe some pot lights or smarter placement of lights in the kitchen might be really good for us.
I think we can really kind of revive it with even some simple changes like updating the backsplash, which is kind of space age.
Looks like it belongs in the bathroom.
Like a bathroom in space.
In space.
And even just like the wood kind of paneling. I just feel like we can really revive it to be something that we really love. Right now our upper cabinets are actually quite short and don't make full use of the space. So we end up jamming a lot of our cookware and Tupperware.
Yeah, we have so much Tupperware out there that every time we open the doors, it just rains
on you.
Upon us. It's a little scary right now.
In a kitchen, you want multiple people to be in there. Right now, it's kind of a one-person zone. I am usually the cook Is that fair to
I
say?
clean and Jake cooks.
It's really tough when there's two of us in here.
Yes.
It's really like not as I hit
No.
you. It's
I'm
really
not exaggerating.
it's a one-person kitchen.
Yes.
If you're cooking with hot oil, it's like very dangerous for someone else to be in there. We think that if we reconfigure the space, there'll be enough for both of us to comfortably be in there
Maybe
cooking
more.
at the same time. Yeah.
I feel like in a perfect world, the kitchen would become like a place that you'd want to gather together and with other people. It would be very inviting and inclusive. My favorite memories of being at other people's homes is often like where we all eat together, and I feel like this space could, also because of the light that comes through, become a space that's really warm and inviting and a place you actually want to hang out.
And I feel like because the kitchen is not as it's not a great inviting space right now, we don't use it very often.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we renovated our kitchen, we would use it a
You
lot.
would cook for me every day
I would
and
cook for
every
you
night.
every day.
Like the most lavish meals.
Wow, that's obviously what I'm gonna cook.
So we've talked about like we really would love to make things a little bit more livable in here and actually make this a space that we want to be in, want to have people inside of, but it's a little bit overwhelming and we're worried about saving costs and we're worried about kind of where to start. So we discovered that an IKEA kitchen would be something that is within our budget, but we found that some of the designs weren't quite.
Yeah, like not totally our style.
Yeah, our
Like, we
vibe
didn't love them, but we found out that there are companies out there like Nieu Cabinet Doors that actually build custom exteriors that work with all IKEA
cabinetry
and hinges and everything, and they literally go on top of the IKEA boxes.
So you can get something that's more customized and exactly what you're hoping for. It's very DIY and still really budget friendly. So we were like, this is the perfect thing. It was so handy to be able to kind of create and experiment with design in the IKEA planner because we could configure different versions of the layout, where we wanted things to be, where we wanted organizers to be. And it really gave us an actual sense of what things could look like.
So from there, we took our design, we submitted it to Nieu. We worked with a new team member who worked with us a little bit, gave us some suggestions, made our design a little bit smarter, and gave us a quote for our design. And then from there, we ordered the boxes and accessories from IKEA. We ordered the custom doors from Nieu, and we're waiting for it all to arrive. Because we're gonna build this ourselves, and everything seems to be pretty DIY friendly, we think we can save some money and put some of that money towards some nicer things like countertops, maybe some cooler lighting, and make the kitchen even nicer. We are very excited to try to sort of design a kitchen we're both non-handy in the least.
And we're doing it very DIY, so we're gonna kind of really push ourselves to understand how to kind of build things from the ground up.
Yes.
And hopefully get a kitchen that we really love.
Yes, and we're very excited to kind of share our journey with you.
The good,
so you can follow along and see how we do.
The chaotic, all of it.
All of it.
We're excited. If you're overwhelmed like us about how to design and afford your dream kitchen, keep watching.
And you'll find out how we came in on budget without sacrificing design or quality. Make sure to subscribe so you can see our entire series of how-tos and the final reveal.
We're trying to renovate our kitchen. Are we looking at the lens or are we looking at our fan filming?
Who are you? What are we doing here?
Take it away.